There's been a lot of videos out there, including ones we've made on what seeds to get going on at this time of the year. But if you're interested in growing potatoes or sweet potatoes, now is also the time to consider that and get going on that project. Hi everyone, I'm Keith from Homeright, and today I want to talk about the first phase and process of getting going with your potatoes. But there are going to be 4 videos in total on this: the starting process, then the planting process, growing them, we'll include the fertilization and water, and then finally the harvest. And so when it comes to getting going on your potatoes, the best thing to do is to count backwards from your last frost date. For us here in central North Carolina, zone 8A, that's going to be somewhere around the first week in April. And my goal is to plant these potatoes somewhere about 3 weeks before that last frost date. So I'm looking at somewhere around the middle of March as my planting date. And then from there, the whole process of starting, I count back 4 weeks from that to do what is called chitting the potatoes. Now, chitting the potatoes is where you're going to want these things to break dormancy and get these little shoots to form from the eyes of the potato. Now, before I even get into the chitting process and how to chit your potatoes, many people say, well, where do I get my potatoes? For us, when I first got started with these, I did order seed potatoes online. But since then, I have found just going to the grocery store and getting organic potatoes to work out just fine for us. There are 2 general types of potatoes out there. They are called indeterminate and determinate potatoes. Determinate potatoes are quicker growing, where they take somewhere around 90 days to harvest, where the indeterminate potatoes can take about 120, sometimes even it's taken me as long as 150 days before I harvest them. Main difference that I find is you get a little bit larger harvest out of the indeterminate potatoes than you do the determinate, but all in all these potatoes taste fantastic. So going back to how we get started with the process. About a week ago, I went to the grocery store, picked up some organic potatoes, just organic red and organic yellow. And I took them, and they didn't have them at the time, these little shoots on them. I just put them in this egg crate, separated them out so they weren't touching each other, and put them into the closet for 1 week in darkness. Now, there's a whole bunch of different theories people have on how to get the chitting process started. My best success is that first week, just put them in darkness. From there, what I'm going to do is just store them in an area of indirect light, definitely not here where I'm growing our seeds, but an area of indirect light where the temperatures are a little bit cooler. Now, where I'm growing my seeds here is definitely not the place, because I've got the bright lights and we keep the temperature a little bit warmer in this area. So our house, we keep it about 67, 68 degrees. So I'll just put these on the kitchen counter, and this will take probably about 4 weeks. And what you're going to notice is these little shoots, when they're young, they're white like this, but they're actually going to become a purple, dark color, a little bit thicker. And the goal is for these shoots to probably be about a ½ inch or so from the edge of the potato, and that's when you know they'll be ready to go. So that's how I do ones when I just go buy them in the store. Now, the other thing that I do is that our harvested potatoes, which these here are russet potatoes that I put in a bag somewhere, what does it say here? I dated it last July 20th. And I store these in our fridge for the season, in the drawer at the bottom, and they do just fine for us. But you want to make sure that these potatoes are not touching each other, and storing them in something like a paper bag works. But as you'll see here, I'll just pull them out. Just put each potato I'll individually wrap. And I'll get this right here. Now these, what I'll do, same thing as what I've done with my grocery store ones. I'll just put these on an egg crate. I'll put them into the closet for 1 week, and then I'll pull them out and get them going. This here is actually a russet potato from last year's harvest. I will intentionally save these small ones. I think these are fantastic size. They're a little bit bigger than a golf ball, but these I find to be great for the chitting process and then the replanting outside. And so as you can see here, obviously on this red potato, about twice the size and difference. So on this red potato, about a week before we're getting ready to plant, I will cut this so that I have eyes here with some of the shoots, and then I'll have some more on the other side. But where I make that cut, I want it to scab over. You don't want to make a cut and go and plant them right out in the ground. Odds are they're most likely going to rot out on you. So what you want to do is cut them and then just let them naturally scab over for about a week before you go and planting them. But that planting video I'll be putting out here probably in about another 4 weeks or so when we get to that process. So storage wise, last year's potatoes. Beauty of this, buy once, never have to buy again. Absolutely love that. We love doing that with our garlic, ginger, turmeric, a few other things out there. But a great way to store your potatoes, especially where we don't really have, in North Carolina, I don't have a cool area, the basements or the garages. It just gets too hot and these potatoes wouldn't make it. But if I put them into the fridge, they do just fine. Now, when it comes to types of potatoes that work for us here in Central North Carolina, some are better than others. I have a lot of luck with some of the fingerlings, like the banana fingerling and our purple Peruvian. This one is absolutely fantastic for us. I get a ton of these purple Peruvian, very hardy, do great outside. Russet potatoes, they do well for us. I just don't get the big russet potatoes you see at the grocery store. Mine actually come out to being just a little bit bigger than this red potato you'll see here. Absolutely fine though, absolutely love them. And then when it comes to other potatoes that work good for us, these red potatoes work better for us than the yellow potatoes. They just seem to not rot on me, or I have a less chance of losing the red skin potatoes than I do the yellow skin potatoes. But every area, certain potatoes are different. What works best in your area might not work best in my area. By chitting the potatoes, I get about a 2-week jump start on my growing season. Can I plant these without the chitting process? Yes, they're just going to go slower. So if time is not on your side, you definitely want to consider to get these things started out indoors so that when you go outside, you've already got a jump start on the season. Now, another reason why I like to get going on our potato season sooner rather than later, in our area of Central North Carolina, we do have the opportunity to plant 2 times in 1 year. So by me doing this first planting in March, my goal will be to be harvesting anywhere between beginning of June all the way to not quite the 4th of July. But then what I'll have is a second round that I can start the very first week in August to be able to harvest hopefully sometime in November. So coming up in a few weeks here, I'll go over the planting process of these potatoes. For us, we grow our potatoes in grow bags. You can grow them in the ground, raised beds, plastic containers, number of different ways. I just happen to like the grow bags because I can control the water a lot better with that. And that has been the number one problem that I've had in past years, was that these potatoes, when they got going in the beginning, they were just rotting out. So to give them the best chance for planting, I like the grow bags. And we'll go over that here in a few weeks. So in the meantime, if you got any questions or suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below, and we'll see you on the next video.